Blockchain, coming at you with another Bitcoin technical analysis update. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Corey, aka Blockchain, and I am a elite trader inside the New Wave Traders Discord. So I just want to highlight real quick. I'd hope to see you guys in there, but it's $97 a month. We're actually offering a bonus trial right now for 14 days for just $25. That way you can get in there, see what it's all about, and then you can be the judge. But we are offering that for $97 a month, $597 a year, which is half off the monthly subscription. And we also have my masterclass here on my website, blockchaintatrading.com. I will be doing another giveaway for those, so make sure you subscribe, hit the likes, and comment below, so that we get a notification on my videos whenever I do another giveaway. And then if you're also looking to learn Elliott Wave, $497 is actually the Elliott Wave Masterclass price from the one and only Crypto Hippo. So definitely check those guys out. And then of course, I can't go without saying the #1 trading strategy that I use. I'm actually giving that away completely free. It is consistent, profitable, reliable, and applicable to any market. So make sure you get on the website, hit that get in touch button. I'll send you a video demonstration so we can get on and check that out. So cool. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into the charts. So let's see here. Definitely had a little bit of dumpage today. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, but a little bit in this price zone where we're at now is, a few $1,000s. So this is really the move that, we've been following along with my technical analysis on Bitcoin here. We called the bottom right down here. We also got the top right up here and for a short, and right here was where we were looking at potential continuation, or if we were looking for a little bit of a bounce, which is what we got. And we'll kind of dive into this in the smaller time frame to see what this is telling us. But you can see directly where we are right now. I had a little bit of a day trade scalp from this top down to this bottom here, so the lower time frames. And so right here is going to be how we react. Right here is actually going to give us a lot of information on regards to if we're going to continue on further south or if we're going to get a nice little bounce and continue up. But really, I'm just looking at this overall at the moment as a WXY. So basically a three-wave, and a three-wave. Now it just kind of depends in regards to the smaller time frames in this, because this potentially could be a leading diagonal for us, which would be a wave 1. This would be a 2, and then we'd be looking at a wave 3 potentially going up to the north side, and just pulling some quick fibs on this guy. If this is a 1. That would put us for another 5-wave move. That would put us upwards at about 46K, and that's if nothing gets extended. So basically a 5-wave move for basically a wave 1, and then continue on and go north from there to looking at over 50K. So really just got to make a decision. We got to break these trend lines, and ultimately I think that'll give us a clear direction of which way we plan on going to go. You can see that on some of these indicators here that we didn't really, it wasn't a strong move. If you saw this on the smaller time frames, I mean, it was the stair step. I mean, just it was like the escalator ride. I mean, just did it all the way up until we eventually got our drop. But on the 4-hour here, we did have a nice little sell signal, and we can see we are retesting the top of the bearish control zone as we speak. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a nice little bounce off that. Because if we get a bounce off that, then I'd be looking for continuation on to the north end. Let's look at the 1 hour real quick, see where we're at. 1 hour RSI, we're just below the 40. We're sitting at about a 38, which we can see a reaction on. It's a little bit lower than what I would like to see a reaction, but you can also see the CB index, just printing out some basically a reset at this point. But yeah, this little drop right here is starting to see some indicators reset on it. So I guess on the 1 hour, and then let me go to the 15-minute here. Let's kind of show you what I'm talking about on this move up. So basically what we could be looking at. This is a 5-wave move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3-wave down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-wave up. 3-wave down, and then basically kind of a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this little stretch out here. You can see how it just got squeezed on the trend lines, creating, and that's typically what we see on some of these formations that go into a leading diagonal. Even on this move down, I would still count this as a 3-wave move. Basically a 1, 2, and a 3 right here. So that's how I would see it. That's what I'm looking at. And then if you actually go back, like I said, to the hourly, we're sitting right at that hourly pivot, just right here. And all right, sorry, a little bit of a hiccup there. So anyway, like I was saying, we came down, bounced right off this hourly pivot. I'm seeing this as a 3-wave move down, and where we could be looking at this as potentially a wave 1. This is our 2, and then going up again from there, finishing off our 4th wave with this 3-wave corrected move right here in a WXY. And basically, the way overall from counting the move up, it's hard to say for sure where we're at in regards to, are we going to get one more little kick up before a larger wave 4 correction, or is this overall the wave 4? But the way that I'm leaning right now is with this being a smaller wave 4, going up one more for a 5th to get us upwards of 50K, and then have a larger 4th wave come back down as a whole thing, and then our last 5th wave will take us up to about 100K. So it's what I'm looking for right now in Bitcoin, but really just kind of decision time, I'd say, with where we're at. If we do break this trend line, honestly, we basically would be looking at the bear scenario in regards to right here. This would be an A, this is our B, and then C, which is still a 5-wave move. And then basically what we're looking at here, larger scale, A, this is our B wave right here, and then we would have an equal come down for that C. So that type of flat basically that would put us down roughly around that 29K to 30K mark and retest that. So that's the bear scenario. But I'd say, with where we're at right now from an indicator standpoint, even on, let's go to the 6-hour real quick. You can see that even just with this last drop that we had, we've been kind of just hanging out on top of the bearish control zone, trying to find it as support. So we really need to see that bounce off of this if we're going to get any kind of continuation to the upside. If we do break the pivot and then turn it into a resistance, then I would look for continuation to the downside before we start taking off again. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's what I'm looking for. Let's take a quick look at ETH here. ETH has just been on a tear. And then honestly, you can see really what I was looking at from yesterday. We came back up and we did test that pivot right here, which where we're at currently at 1373. That's where I was looking for us to get up to. And really from the wave structure, that's where we got to figure out with what ETH is doing here, because there's a couple different things. It's kind of same thing with a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. So this being a leading diagonal, and this is a 1, 2, so our second wave, and then potentially going up for a third, which is about to ultimately take off. It's either that this is just like a funky B wave where this would be our A, this would be the B, and then this would be the C up. So I'll put that on here. So we always need the bull and the bear scenario. It's always good to be aware of what's what, so that way we can be prepared for either direction in regards to the break. So that's what we're looking for. Based upon this, it's just super funky wave formation, and it's kind of one of those points where we right here with this resistance to where we're at, it's got to establish it as a support before it can take back off. And the only thing that I don't like with this just taking off from here is that we had this drop, but we never had the equivalent to it. So that's really the only thing that I don't like with where we're at. So I am still kind of leaning towards this being a kind of funky ABC here. He's tried to take off, but didn't quite form it. For this to be a B wave, our invalidation point, let's figure that out. Invalidation point for a B wave. Why does this look so funky? Let's get that out of here. All right, invalidation point for the B wave would be the 1.382, which is right above that R3. If it does get above this guy here at 1565, then we would be looking at something else. It can't be a B wave at that point. So we can still get a C down. It doesn't need to be a full equivalent leg, but we can still get a C down, like a nice little 5-wave move down, come back and test the pivot, or even the R1 here. But what would be, let's draw that back over. Actually, it's a smidge lower. I covered it. There we go. And it's still pretty close. All right, so if that is the case, let's go ahead and pull the fib extensions potentially for a leg down here. And the 618 puts us right at that pivot at 1131. So it's going to be interesting to pay attention to in that zone right there. So that's what I'll be looking for, really, to break that 1565 or for us to get down to that 1131. And I think even with this being still being a B wave, if this is A and this is the B and then we're going for the C, I still count this as a 1, 2, 3, and then the fourth wave. So look for another leg up, but it can still be a B wave to connect that 1-to-1 extension to come back down. So that's what, again, we got to be aware of both sides of the scenario. XTZ, we'll take a quick look. We did get that little bump up. And so I got a nice little rejection there on the R1. See, actually just right at the 618 right now, which is what we were looking at yesterday. So interesting to see that. You'll also be looking at this. I'll do this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5, but this really potentially could be the overall third. I'm sorry, the overall fourth. Let's put that one back. I don't want that one. There we go. Basically doing something like this here. So overall fourth wave, and then going up again for a fifth, on which we're looking for the 3.37. But we still can correct lower too. We can still get down to that 2.6. Again, finish off that equal extension right there. All right, and link. So still kind of hovering out. I mean, still kind of same thing. This looks like a 1, 2, 3. They're on the fourth wave. Looks like we want to get up again for a potential fifth. You see we have that trend line we're talking about the other day. Looks like we are establishing that as support. If we do get that fifth wave up, potentially for this the C wave that I'm looking for, basically 29.37. But we come back, establish this trend line here as support, maybe even a wick down to test the pivot and then take off. And Dot, Mr. Dot. Yeah, so still kind of in that correction land that we were looking at the other day. This one does seem to be more so on the finished side of things, just in regards to that kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5 here. Let's go to a smaller time frame. And when I see this guy, this would be our 1, 2. It's possible this could be a third wave. This is the fourth of the third. So I'm not going to rule it out. We can do a 1, 2, overall it'd be a 3. This is the 4th, and then up again 4th, 5th. Get rid of some of these guys since we don't need them anymore. Yeah, because basically we have 1, 2, 3. Whole thing would be an extended third, I'd say, 4th and then the 5th. So yeah, definitely extended third wave if we get another nice little 5-wave move up. So again, kind of same thing, like across the, I guess, the market, in regards to some of the alts, we are looking more for as a 4th wave currently in correction. Um, and I guess a smaller time frame than Bitcoin, obviously, being in a larger 4th wave state. But across the market, it looks like more of a 4th wave for one more little leg up. So, all right, guys. Hope to see you guys in the Discord. Make sure you guys smash the likes, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys on the next video update.